is capable of, and that could be the fact that 9/11 was an inside job, because they needed a big public outcry for them to be able to wage war in such a fashion with such limited information on their side. You know, it was all manufactured on lies. It was all manufactured.
It was extremely convenient on many different levels in terms of the agenda of
massive, very convenient. And I'm not going to go into that because, you know, once again, 9/11 is another thing. No one has all the facts, so you've got to connect the dots, and you've got to go, well, it doesn't make sense. Why did it happen? No one's telling me, so I've got to make my own theory on it.
There are enough people in New York who think so. More than half people think.
But then I always thought, do you know what I said? I said, well, the next plot for the New World Order, I reckon they're going to drop some chemical weapons or a nuke on the... Because I believe social consciousness is getting to a level where it's harder for people, for governments to control their populations. You had Occupy Wall Street, you have all this stuff. People are screaming out. They're getting... You know, you can't wage a war these days... without
wage a war these days without someone bloody posting it on
Facebook and seeing dead babies everywhere. You know, Obama can't drop bomb someone in Pakistan without us seeing the dead babies on Facebook and on our social media site. Not even on news sites. You know what I mean? So it's
day in the internet.
Yeah. So they need, you know, fear creates control. And that's quite simply, that's the way governments work. If a population is divided and scared, then they will let their government be in control.
Yes, definitely.
In any way, shape or form. So the next thing that we're looking out for this New World Order thing is what's going to be next. There's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be another attack. So, yeah. And all I'm going to say now is look up Stephen Greer Disclosure Project. That's it.
Okay. Thanks, Sean.
Because I'm not going to say those next words. About
unless you want to whisper it to me. So
well, Stephen Greer Disclosure Project. Okay.
Oh, the CIA.
He's saying, well, just like 9/11 could have been an inside job to get public support to go into Iraq. What else could there be? And Stephen Greer talks about the possibility that the CIA or whoever, an agency in America, has the potential for has the technology already, and it's just under lock and key, of anti-gravity flying machines. So they're going to manufacture we're going right down the fucking conspiracy hole. I even feel feeling rude saying this, but. They're going to manufacture a fake alien invasion, so that the New World Order can set up a one world government, and then everyone gets microchipped, and then everyone has to conform, or your microchip gets turned off, and you're an outcast.
They're already microchipping people in America.
Yeah, they are already. But anyway,
that's another.
That's the New World Order. If anyone hasn't really gone down that road, I've done it for you, and I feel pretty disgusted at myself for doing it. But I believe in parts of it. I don't believe in all of it. I do believe that big money and big power creates people who want to do big.
We have a lot to talk about with that, but I think where I stand is that I have no idea, but I just can't ever believe in bad intentions. I don't know, I think I've been exposed to too many nice people in my world, but I just feel like everyone is just doing their bit in terms of what life they're living and what path they're on, and you can't blame them for having any, making any choices or doing what they're doing. They're just doing what they need to do and what they believe is right, and if they do something that turns out to be not so good, well, they've got a reason for it. And so I think that the thing is, we've just developed this whole economic global system that is just self-perpetuating now. I don't think anyone has control over it. I don't think anyone's intentions are ever directed in the way that they want them to be anymore, because it's this machine, it's massive, it's like the economy is, no one fucking understands the economy, no one understands anything. I think it's just this rolling down the hill monster, like an avalanche that just gains momentum and no one's got any control over it. And then you get the people in charge of corporations, yeah, alright, looks like they're the bad guys, but it's just the machine. So I think the
no,
whole
you're right,
fucked,
and you're right.
But
Like,
it's
well,
no one as individuals. No one's conspiring. It's individuals going, let's fuck the world and let's take over.
But let's stay in power and let's gain more power. I believe that. But
but then again, that's not their fault. That's just the way that they've been bred.
Absolutely, I agree. Everyone's a product of their environment, and you can't necessarily. Unless you become self-aware of what you're doing.
I just want to go to one of those CEOs and just pat them on the head and just, hug them to my breast and tell them that everything's fine and give them a flower and try and kill them with love, Yeah.
You should go over and bend over in front of them and they can just fucking...
Yeah, great.
Smash up your ass.
Right, so anyway, I'm going to get off the focus of my bum.
Yeah.
It is a good focus though.
Yeah. Because it's so big.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. Anyway, continue.
Okay. Alright. By the way, if anyone wants to make any comments on my ass online, they're free to do so. Okay, sorry.
Some believe that Planet X is actually coming into orbit around Tessa's ass. Because it's a big black hole. I'm sorry. We're fucking nerds.
Yeah, it's alright, Shani.
Alright, what else are we on? Okay. So we're done with New World Order?
And that's pretty much all the main theories about what could possibly take place. Apart from the main one, which is the spiritual consciousness shift, which Sean's sort of already gone over at the start, which is... But, shut up. Okay. So now, with the Mayans, right, they have given us ever so kindly this date, which happens to be a very astronomical and lovely scientific date. And I think that it would be a mistake for us to try and analyse their culture and try and figure out what it is they meant by this, cycle ending and calendar ending, and try and figure out what this date actually is going to mean for us. Because I think that would be, trying to relate our culture now to a culture that they had, and they assigned their own meanings to things with the way that they wanted to live their life. And I think that's got nothing to do with us. A date, especially in astronomy, is simply a date. And the stars don't care what we call it in terms of a fucking Aquarius, Pisces. They don't give a shit. They're a star. They don't have those type of intrinsic meanings given to them. It's humans that assign meanings. It's us that decide what these stars are going to mean for us. And I don't think there's any universal meaning for these stars passing over us.
But it doesn't matter if you want to call it fucking, if you say you don't want to give stars a name or not. What we're talking about is that there was an age, now we're going to a new age. Some people call it iron to bronze.
Sure.
Some people call it Pisces to Aquarius. Some people call it fucking,
I know, but
fiddlesticks to fucking,
But you're
dumplings.
talking, okay, sure, okay, the label.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I'm not too fan of fiddlesticks. I'll go with dumplings. No, but what I'm trying to say is that when you're looking at a scientific process like the movement of stars around the Earth, you're looking at that, right? And that is something that's happening regardless of any creature on Earth giving it meaning for them in their life. So, okay, cool. So you're looking at a cycle that definitely happens. Right, the cycle happens, and the only way, aside from looking at the meaning that we give it in terms of its transition, the only meaning it could have on us in a physical sense is the meaning it has in energetic shifts, or say, let's say that a certain star coming past means that there's a lot of magnetic fluctuations in whatever, which has an impact on us because our telecommunication... What? What? Fucking what?
Can I please say something there? But if anyone asks me how do I prove or how do I explain that something out there in our solar system could possibly influence us, then I always say, how does the moon influence the tides?
Great.
Great. So how does the moon influence the tides?
Of course, the energy, and we affect... Everything is connected, by the way, and I'm never going to... That's something I'm not going to budge on. Yeah. I believe that everything is connected. It's fucking ridiculous to even question the fact. So everything on every scale affects everything, and it's unquestionably that's changes in the solar flares affect us, changes in moons, whatever. Is that your point?
Yep.
Okay, great. So
next time without the attitude. Please.
Okay, so let's just forget any meaning that anyone has ascribed to any transitions in stars and all that. Cool. So we have a particular change going on in the galactic alignment. Even though NASA don't agree with that, by the way. NASA have not confirmed that we're passing through the galactic plane.
Well, NASA are an organisation.
I don't understand why everyone else says that we are and they don't. So let's just assume that it's New World Order and they're telling NASA not to tell us about it.
Well, NASA needs funding, alright? Just like everyone else. Yeah. No.
Alright. Fuck, this rabbit hole's deep. Okay. So
it's painful. Nothing is factual.
You can't listen to it. Okay, so then we're going to just assume that, this transition involves energy changes on our Earth. And even though it might be subtle, like these things we have to take into account because when you look at like full moons, they change people's moods and stuff. And that's factual.
Exactly. Yep.
So let's just take that as the most we're going to take from the Mayan 2012 thing is this date, December 2012, and we're going to take with it, energy changes.
Yep.
Those two things that we can take, I think, quite freely and wholly without any idea of being a fucking idiot for believing in bullshit. Because I think those two things are quite reasonable.
Definitely.
So thank you for Mayans for giving us a date because it so happens that we are currently as a human species
in a
time where we really think that we need something to allow us to come together on a global level and go, alright, we really would like to self-reflect here and change some shit because we're not happy with it. And thank God this 2012 thing is coming up because it's about time that we put our focus all in one big focused attention global consciousness meditation event tonight at 10:30 p.m. No, whatever.
Yeah, we'll
anyway, I'm just telling you generally. So, I mean, the thing is, why not make use of this amazing moment in time where it's funny because like this 2012 thing is so well known all around the world, isn't it? Regardless of whether it's conspiracy or not, bullshit or not, everyone knows about it. So make use of the fact that everyone knows about it. Everyone's already RSVP'd just by the fact they know about it. Everyone's focus is on this time, and the focus is on a global level. Like everyone's thinking about what could possibly be affecting the globe at the moment. So let's make use of it and let's make it a positive change. Let's look at it and go, this could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. The Mayans, whatever they knew, who cares? Let's take matters into our own hands, stop being victims and relying on prophecies to give us a way out of shit, fixing it. We create our own reality. Let's make this change be what we want it to be. And I think that most people would agree, and it seems to be the protests that are going on everywhere around the world, and people are looking for better lives and a better way of treating each other. And so that is what I think this 2012 thing is about, and what I personally want it to be about. And the Connect podcast, I'm sure if Sean, you on board with that one?
Well, that's why, yeah, absolutely. That's why we really wanted to get this Connect podcast kicking over in December of 2012. We gave ourselves a date. We've been talking about it for quite a while. And we said, well, look, we really want to get it done before 2013, so we get the ball rolling. And this is a very important date for me in particular, but and also, well, Tess, yeah, definitely Tess, and it's not like, I hate people talking about it. It's like some significant, like, suddenly fucking, bright lights appeared and then, we all ejaculated and it was a better world. Like it's not like that. Everything takes time. We're talking about big shifts, big changes, but you can see it happening. Like, and I think you have to be blind. You have to be wanting to be blind, not to see it. You actually have to go out of your way now.
Yeah, I think you do.
Out of your way not to see the global phenomenon of people waking up, going, hold on. We have the technology, we have the meme, we have the consciousness to make this world, and I'm going to use the word, to make this world a utopia.
Yeah.
But sorry, just to break my own point down, there's no such thing as a utopia. Utopia is a fictional word because there's no such thing that can progress to the point.
Nothing's supposed to be
Nothing
perfect.
Can ever be perfect. So utopia is not a word that can be applied. But we have the resources, ability, technology, intellect.
For utopia to get even closer.
We have everything we need to supply a good life for every living soul on this planet. We choose not to, we want it, and that is what the wake up phenomenon is happening here. Everyone is waking up going, hold on, I want to spend more time with my family. I want to spend more time with my friends. I want to enjoy my life more. I don't want to work 60 hours a week. I don't want to, and